It is Saturday, September 21st. We're standing on the banks of Prey Lake in Two Medicine, the Two Medicine area of Glacier. And today we're going to try to hike over towards Pitamakan Pass, past Old Man Lake, up across the Continental Divide, over to Dawson Pass, and down along Two Medicine Lake, and back to Prey Lake today. The trek should be about 19 miles with about 3,800 feet of elevation gain. And it's a chilly morning, 25 degrees as we speak, getting ready to hit the trail and get warmed up.
The Dawson-Pitamakan Trailhead is located on the north side of Prey Lake. We headed up the Dryfork drainage past Old Man Lake and up to Pitamakan Pass. From there we headed up to the Continental Divide, represented by the orange dotted line on the map. We traversed a section over to Dawson Pass, down the big Horn Basin, and out along the north shore of Two Medicine Lake for a 19-mile hike with about 3,800 feet of elevation gain.
Some moose right out of the gate. Making our way over to the Dryfork drainage. We're on the north side of Rising Wolf to head up over to Pitamakan Pass. The Old Man Lake campground is closed due to bear frequenting or bear activity, so we're going to steer clear of Old Man Lake on the way. Bridge is really frosted over and slippery, so walk the dried out creek bed of the Dryfork. So we did know that the Old Man Lake campground is closed. There's bear danger there. We do have to walk by it, but we can kind of skirt it, so shouldn't be an issue. So we're about 4.5 miles in, up the Dryfork towards Old Man Lake. This is Flinch Peak. Mount Morgan's over here. What we're going to do is we're going to hike up towards Old Man Lake. That's closed down because of dangerous bear activity, not frequenting. We're going to hike up to Pitamakan Pass, which is over here. You can have a good view down to Pitamakan Lake. Then we're going to hike behind Mount Morgan, across this saddle, behind Flinch, and out from Dawson Pass that way. There you go. The evidence is mounting, literally. So we made it to Old Man Lake. We weren't going to go down there anyways, but it's closed due to bear danger. So we're just going to head over to Pitamakan Pass. So this is Flinch Peak. This is Old Man Lake. We're just above it. About 6.5-ish miles in. We're taking a little bit of a break, and up here we got to get to Pitamakan Pass, where you can see down over to Pitamakan Lake, around the backside of Morgan, across here, back around Flinch. getting up closer to Pitamakan Pass, and then this trail that hooks around Mount Morgan that way. That's where we're headed. We just made it to Pitamakan Pass, where we can see
It's pretty amazing.
Pitamakan Lake. And Old Man Lake from the same place. This is as close as I'm willing to go to the edge. Pitamakan Lake, that's 7 winds of the lake. Katoya Lake's out there. And we gotta head up here to the pass toward the Continental Divide Trail. But this pass is one of the cooler places in Glacier. So we made it to the top, and we're gonna hit the Continental Divide Trail, but we're gonna have lunch here out of the wind on the rocks right above Pitamakan Lake. And you can see this is the Dryfork that we came up from there and got up to this pass and on up. So we're gonna take a break and have some lunch. So we hit the highest point at 8,100. Now we're at the trail between Dawson and Pitamakan, also the Continental Divide Trail. It's the Nyack drainage here. We're out of the Dryfork, and so heading back over to hopefully Dawson Pass. Then we'll slide down to Medicine Lake. So we do have a little bit of ice on the trail, which isn't great with these drop-offs, but hopefully we can manage without incident. There have been significant stretches of ice. I know, check the weather, it was below 20 degrees up here last night, so that would explain some of the ice patches, but we're hoping that the sun is gonna crest here and help us out a little. It's that really slick ice too.
Oh yeah.
Pitamakan Pass is back over this way. Got a pretty good day for this. Not too breezy. No smoke. High thin clouds, fantastic. This is our last look back towards Pitamakan, and now we're gonna make this little trail over here towards Flinch. We're gonna see a saddle over here down to Old Man Lake, and then we're gonna hook up around and drop down to Dawson Pass out to Two Medicine Lake. Looks like we're gonna have some good luck. The sun has been hitting this part of the trail a little bit longer today, so hopefully not as much ice on this face, because it is a significant drop off down to the Nyack. So we're coming to the saddle between Mount Morgan and Flinch, and I just love this Nyack drainage. You can see Mount St. Nicholas over there. Coming up to the saddle between Flinch and Morgan, should have a good view of Rising Wolf as well as right above Old Man Lake. Hopefully the sun's hitting it. And there it is. So we started other side of Rising Wolf, walked up about 6 miles to the lake, switched back up to Pitamakan Pass, around Mount Morgan over here. This is the Nyack drainage. We're gonna walk this way up around Flinch, drop down to Dawson Pass to complete the that we showed you earlier, where we said we were going to walk up above Old Man Lake. This is that stretch, and I pointed that out from right down over there. Behind Mount Morgan, across this saddle, behind Flinch. Switchbacks. Typical adding miles to the trail because we have to go see what's over that next peak. Trail's over here, but sometimes we venture off. It's a little more fun that way. Back on the trail. Rising Wolf. This is the Big Horn Basin, and now you can see Two Medicine Lake. And so we got to go down over here to Dawson Pass and then drop down, walk out the Big Horn Basin. This is our second stopping spot. We're above Dawson Pass down here, but this is cool because you can still see like Mount St. Nicholas, Upper Nyack, and then down the Big Horn Basin, which is cool. So we're gonna chill here, and we just got out of the wind and finish off most of our food and drink. So this is our first real view. That's Dawson Pass right down there, and so we're gonna drop down to Dawson Pass and then hang a left out this way. At the official Dawson Pass, Mount St. Nicholas. Not gonna see that again because we're heading down into the Big Horn Basin. Hopefully we get out of the wind a little bit, which should be nice. And no grizz.
So here you can see Two Medicine Lake, which you can barely probably see over here is No Name Lake. In the fall, the sun barely gets high enough to light up a portion of that lake. So late September, that's about all you get to see from here. Entering the tree line for most of the remainder of the hike. Hopefully no grizz. Starting to get a bit of fall in Two Medicine. We are approaching, not there yet, but getting some views of Two Medicine Lake. We just got to get to the other end of that. That's a doozy. We are arriving back at Prey Lake. They have the road closed, so we had to park a little further. So we gotta walk a little extra, but looks like we're gonna make it. We're back at the Prey Lake Trailhead. Jeep's about a half a mile right over here. So we are back where we started today, 19 miles later, 3,800 feet. Did the Dawson Pitamakan loop up the Dryfork, over Pitamakan along the Continental Divide, and down the Big Horn Basin along the north shore of Two Medicine Lake for a nice late September hike in Glacier National Park.